The know-how of Rajasthani stonemasons enjoys a fine reputation. It was in Jaisalmer, during the construction of the golden city of the Thar Desert, that it reached its peak. The residences of the rich merchants from the time of the caravans, the Havelis, built in the 18th and 19th centuries, rival each other in their sophistication. Their sculpted facades resemble delicate lacework. In India, it's very rare that the names of individual artisans pass into posterity. Nevertheless, two stonemasons became famous for their incomparable talent. They were the brothers Hathu and Lalu, who, at the end of the 19th century, built a sumptuous Haveli for the Prime Minister of the period. Descended from the sculptors of the Jaisalmer Havelis, the stonecutters have preserved the tradition that they pass on from father to son. These men sculpt sacred images, windows, or everyday objects. To work the stone, the cutters have four basic tools: a punch, a cold chisel, a hammer, and finally a drill. The technique used by these artisans was already described in very ancient canonical manuals well over 2,000 years ago. These reference texts specify basic proportions and dimensions. Starting from these rules, each artist is free to find his own interpretation. On the way out of Jaisalmer is the reservoir lake. This also rises out of the desert sand, thanks to the stonecutter's art. The same concern for refinement is found in body language and dance. Here in Jaipur, young students are learning one of the four classic dances of India, the Kathak. The choreography of the Kathak is made up of particularly elaborate foot and arm movements. The dancers have to follow a very codified rhythm, given by the tabla players. The rhythm of the dance is underlined by anklets of bells as their feet beat the measure. Jewels, sculpture, dance. Today, the Rajasthani people are still very highly invested in their tradition. In the country of the Maharajas, the thread that was spun in the past has been woven into the material of the present. It's still possible to dream that the 1001 Nights are nowhere near over.